I feel like I should give a spoiler alert for this one. Well, in the other episodes, I went over crucial character moments. I feel like I didn't go over any crucial story moments. Much like the ball pit car of Book 1, a lot happens in this episode. If you don't want spoilers, come back to this one once you see the mall car. If you have seen the season and want my take on it, please continue. Alright, we good? Let's go. After plundering the Lucky Cat car, the rebels enjoy the spoils. Jesse stares at Grace's arm, which is covered in numbers. Jesse is a little disturbed by this, but Grace seems pretty proud of it. She spots that MT does not have a number, and seems kinda disturbed by this. Grace then proceeds to eat a bag of candy, and then gives the bag to Jesse. He pretends to like it, but quickly says he hates it. Quote, "It tastes like old pennies." Grace then says, then just throw it off the train. He does so, and it certainly sounds like a bag of old pennies. Grace is pleased by Jesse's action and opens the door to their hideout, the mall car. She even gives the name of the group, Apex. Comes from a book that she read. It is a selfish horde that has no regard for anything but themselves. Enter Simon, second in command. We see that Apex has a strange salute. It was touched upon in the Lucky Cat car, but here it is explained. Each member has a red squiggle under their eyes going across their face. The salute is to follow the trace. They explain the organization. Grace has been on the train for a while. As for how long, look really closely in the engine car from Book 1. Apex believes that Amelia is the real conductor of the train, and that 1-1 is an imposter, leading people down the wrong path. By their method, higher numbers are strength. Their goal is not to leave the train, but to rule it. This stands in line with how crazy Amelia's number was, as well as trying to control the train to bring back Ulrich. In fact, the robot skin she was in is where their insignia comes from. When she spoke, a red line would squiggle the same exact way. What follows next reminds me a lot of Ellsworth Toohey from The Fountainhead. Grace uses this idea that she is the chosen one to lead everyone down the right path. She uses her number as her credibility, like how Ellsworth used his position at the newspaper to guide public opinion. Those that don't agree are either fighting years of instinct to become higher beings, or not cultured enough to realize this is the right way to do it. Didn't think I'd bring classic literature into this, did I? Anyways, Simon says there is a new car up ahead and needs a scouting party. Grace takes Jesse when MT protests, stating they like the vibe of this independence, but think that Apex is going about it all wrong. Before making a good point, they notice Alan Dracula is missing. Simon states he was put in a stable, which really gets MT going. Alan is not just a deer, but a best friend. They can't believe they would do such a thing to them. Jesse tries to calm the situation, stating they had the best intentions. Here, if you look really closely, you'll notice that the number is slowly starting to rise. Well, at least if this was in color. Thanks, YouTube. This is very reminiscent of what happened to his kid brother in the Toad car. The number reflects this. Grace agrees to take Jesse on the scouting party, leaving Simon the one to ask if there are any problems. On the scouting party, Jesse is given a harpoon pack to get to the next train. Why they don't just use the bridge, I guess it goes with the whole we do what we want when we want vibe. As they swing to the other side, MT goes looking for Alan Dracula. One of the members looks at their reflection, to which MT says, "I am not your prop, kid." The kid snaps back, "Yes you are, Null. Grace and Simon say you aren't even real." To which MT is about to give this kid a knuckle sandwich, and she runs off. Back to Jesse's search party, the car is filled with gold cubes, which watched over by a jelly-like mass. Seeing there is nothing to plunder, they decide to wreck these cubes. This is to the dismay of the jelly mass. Jesse reluctantly joins in, raising the number up even more. MT's quest for Alan Dracula comes to an end when Apex are attempting to saddle the deer. MT clears away the runts and demands an explanation from Simon. He stands there painting his toy soldier. MT then urges him to look at them while they are talking to him. Simon doesn't stand for this, telling them they are worthless. Apex wanted something from both of them, but both have provided more trouble than they are worth. He then threatens they better leave before Jesse comes back. Jesse returns, along with Grace's status report. All Jesse wants to know is where MT and Alan Dracula are. Simon attempts to stop him, but he pushes on through. Both are being held captive. Simon uses the old, "this is for your own good, we know it's best for you" routine. Jesse is not hearing it when Grace yields, saying that MT is leading you down the dark path and must be killed. Well, I mean, they use the term wield because I guess killed is too intense, but I think you get the idea. Jesse states he's had enough and will not take this way of living anymore. He goes to free MT when Apex retaliates. For a time, it looks like they are winning when Grace summons the Flex. Running from the Mirror Police, Jesse says they're getting out of here now. The number then drops to 0 and the exit opens. I personally thought they were going to go for the old, "not so fast, you are staying right here with us" sort of thing. But what they did instead was far worse. Jesse is able to make it through, but MT can't cross the gate. Jesse tries their best to pull MT through, but to no avail. The door closes, leaving MT alone with the Flex. I have not been this speechless at the series since the ball pit car. Seeing Atticus turned into a roach dog while struggling to keep his humanity, while Tulip is trying to deal with her emotions. When this show is hot, it's on fire. With a lot of episodes, I like the adventure, but when the story kicks in, I feel the emotions of the characters. The rage, the sorrow, the empathy, the elation. And that is one of the things I love the most about this series. Join me next time for The Wasteland. Judging by the title, I have 2 theories. Jesse remained in the portal trying to find his way back to MT, or the Flex buffer MT, but instead of dying, they are transported to a limbo-like state. I am very interested to see what happens next, and I hope you will join me for that episode.